It's 5 in the morning and I'm having a bowl of cereal. I've had a little shower and now it's time for a workout. I like to get it done before everyone wakes up so that they don't interfere with it. Hello friends, this is Kim Girl. Once again, you have now seen me train in the morning and now we are back in the kitchen for a bit of quality cooking. That's what we're doing. And let's see here, so I got some meat here. Half of it I'll make into kebab and half of it I will make into meatballs. So this is a pile of, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 packages of minced pork and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 packages of minced turkey. Okay, so that's great. Turkey is actually very good for making kebab. You can make kebab with just turkey. Usually you'd have to start up with a bit of minced beef or minced lamb, but they didn't have any beef at the store today, so no beef. Okay, so let's see if we can just move this aside a little bit. I feel that it's a bit in the way. You can't see me properly. Okay, there's also a little lens here, and there's a reason for that. And then we have some bread. I have one and a little bit more of a loaf left. Yesterday I baked 4 of them. So bread baking will be on the menu, and this here is just a fruit bowl. Let's not bother with it. And I think I will adjust the camera. Okay, that's a bit better. Alright, so today I will be talking about this infographic, and today's video is called Why Being a Pick-Me is Statistically Logical. Why being a pick-me is statistically logical. Okay, so let's see if we can open a little package, which I always do. Okay, so this is just some kind of random stuff from around. Okay, but it has to do with this lens. Okay, I'm just gonna get a knife. We always give you candy. There we go. Okay, so there's this thing, and there's also this thing. It's 135 f2.8, so it's a 135mm lens, a telephoto, just a random telephoto. Okay, so these are nothing special as such. It's kind of just a random haul of random stuff. I sometimes do random hauls of photo gear, vintage photo gear. This one, however, is supposed to go on this lens so that you can mess around with it. It's a macro tube, and yeah, but I won't be fiddling with it now, otherwise I'll be standing here forever. That's usually how it goes. You start fiddling with photo gear, then you'll be fiddling with it forever. Isn't that nice? Okay, we have like one green leaf coming out here, only one. Okay, I still have hope for these twigs though. I have hope for green leaves. Alright, so let's start juggling with these candies then. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so let's not juggle with candies. Let us not insert one piece of photo gear into another. Insert. And let us not mess around with twigs. Let us talk about the infographic that I mentioned earlier. Okay, so I will now tell you why it makes sense statistically to be pick-me. Okay, so these are EU figures for the EU, and it shows the amount of kids we're measuring household with kids here. So how many kids the different households who have kids have. Okay, we are not looking at the households who don't have kids. We're not looking at childless women. Okay, we're looking at households with kids, and these are recent numbers. They're 2021 numbers. Okay, so in the EU-wide, the households with kids who have one kid only in the household is about 49%. Okay, the ones who have two kids in the household is roughly 39%, and those who have 3 or more kids in the household, we call it 3 plus, is 12%. You can see that the 3 plus category ranges from as low as 5% in Bulgaria to as high as 15% in Sweden. Okay, but overall, it's a very small percentage of households with kids. If we were to count all households, or if what we count this as all women, of course this percentage would be much smaller. Okay, but we're not getting into that now. So you're gonna tell me, but kid girl, what are you talking about? Most women don't want 3 or more kids anyway. So why would this be so strange and unusual and desirable? Well, you see, according to a study, about 30% of women report wanting to have 3 or more kids. Okay, so they want 3 or more, at least what they're reporting, right? But only on average 12% of women in the EU anyway get the 3 or more kids. 12% of households with kids. Okay, so we could interpret that as on average you'll have 3 women, I'm confused today. 3 women for every 1 woman who gets the 3 plus kids slot. Okay, so there are effectively 3 women competing for the same slot. Okay, so 3 women per 1 available slot for the 3 plus. Okay. So you could also say there are 3 women competing for 1 and the same man, because there's going to be a man that's going to have these 3 plus kids. It's not every man. Okay. So in best case, if you're competing for this 3 plus slot, you're competing only with 2 other women. Right? but in real life you'll probably be competing with more like 5 or 6 other women, because again, this doesn't take into account childless women and stuff. But listen, if you have any kind of preferences, that narrows your options. If you have preference for education, what education the man should have, employment, which profession he should have, income, looks, lifestyle, I don't know, hobbies, values, height, you're not gonna make it. So the preferences will narrow down your options so much that, well, you're just not gonna make it. You're not going to get that 3+ slot. So you will be compromising. You will be compromising on pretty much everything. Otherwise, you are not going to get that slot. I have compromised, you could say, on height. For instance, my man is short, and a lot of women, they want a tall man, a man that's taller than themselves, whereas I am taller than my man. I have compromised on employment. My man is not employed, and this tower is about to fall over us, friends. Tower of pork. Okay. So you'll have to count on not getting any of these preferences of yours. Basically, if you get a man who will have 3 or more kids with you, yeah, that's a win already there, and you should consider yourself lucky. And you're still competing for the slot with several other women, even if you give up the preferences. Okay, so that's why you have to get picked. That's the way to go about it. You have to get picked. And then you have to stay picked. You don't just get picked, I get picked, yay! Now it's all fine. It's gonna be fine forever. Like, no, you have to make sure that you stay picked. That he picks you today, but also tomorrow, and next week, and next year, and in 10 years, and 20 years. Because there will always be other women who will be trying to take your slot. The very rare slot that you have, other women will be trying to take that away from you. Okay, so again, you don't get picked once and then never worry again. You are always going to have some woman or several women trying to take your place, and that's why you should be a pick-me. That's where the pick-me mindset comes in, because being pick-me gives you an edge in the competition. If you're a pick-me, he will pick you among those other women that you're competing with. If you're, statistically speaking, competing with 2 other women, well, if you're a pick-me, he will pick you. Simple. And yeah, so be a pick-me. And anyone who tells you to not do that, don't be a pick-me, they're just trying to get a leg up. They're trying to get you to give up your spot to them or some other woman. And that's why it makes logical sense to be a pick-me, statistically speaking. Alright, I'll be going back to cooking now, and possibly a bit of cleaning, maybe. No, wait, I've already done some cleaning. Right, so back to cooking. I hope you enjoyed the video. This is Gimp Girl. Give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Bye bye!